I think knowing now that it's just a continuation of the story, we can go in there and have a lot of fun.
I think so. Main goal is getting that crew and Jim off that damn island. They don't have much food to last them, so don't do something, most everyone will die.
And I told Jim when we returned that I would help his mom, see if I can fix whatever she's sick with.
Bear in mind, by the time we get back there, it'll be months again. Can you handle being months away again?
Well,
Jim will be taking some coin with him.
Okay.
Get him to a good doctor.
Do we have months to spare, though? And she looks over at Frankie. Like, I'm not sure how bad the war is.
Don't know. I guess we could call and see what the status of things are.
I think as long as we can get them on their way, they'll be good. If we have to come back at a later time, like if when we pop in it's connected to Jim somehow, not the place, then we might be able to come back and help his mom at a later time. Let them do the travel part while we deal with the war.
Star will quickly go to his room and get that vial with the witch's cast a spell I made, and he'll hand that to Black Powder and say, "Didn't have time to recreate this, but maybe a witch will know how in your world."
Possibly. We'll give it to Jim if he wants to deal with the witch. The witches in my world aren't quite as nice a story. Yeah, tend to be a bit on the nasty side.
Okay.
Like all of them?
Yeah, like putting a plague upon an entire city bad.
Oh.
Cursing a ship to sail the seas even after they're all drowned.
Good to know. And you see Frankie taking notes as he's eating, obviously.
And just to remember, magic in my world's a bit crazy, so if there are any spells flung, be careful.
We'll try to use them sparingly.
Yeah.
We should probably be prepared in case there's another bizarre head swapping situation. We're back on that island.
That's true. But we don't have Lonic this time, so how does that work?
Maybe it depends on if we stay the night. Like, if we can get this done before nightfall, that'd be fantastic.
Yes.
If not, then we'll just have to see what comes.
We time it just right. We sleep on the boat, and then as soon as light hits, first light, we go to island.
If we don't just automatically show up on the island. We don't know where the bookmark's going to take us specifically. Last time we left at the spring, so...
Can't we try to force it?
Try.
We've never tried it before.
True. We can give it a shot, and if worse comes to worse, then we show up at that spring again, so...
Maybe if several of us use magic on it together, it will take our thoughts into consideration.
Maybe. It's worth a shot. But I don't think this will take nearly as long as dealing with the stuff in Frankie's world. Just gotta deal with the one idiot.
If we do get to midnight, though, everyone go to the bathroom right before midnight because I don't want to have to deal with, But if it does happen, and she'll look over at Feed, I might need your help.
Oh, right. That's
right.
True. Right. Oh, that sounds good.
Thank you, Feed.
I mean, I don't think I've hidden much of anything. You all pretty much have seen a lot of me.
True.
Not wrong. Alright.
But I'll go.
You all go before you go. And then right after you go, you will use the bookmark to travel into Black Powder's world once again. This time with Veed, because Veed's never been to this world before. So when you emerge... Well, actually, you're right. If people are putting magic into this, everyone roll a magic roll, please. Tell me how many people succeed. Okay, so that's 3 of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So If you wanted to end up somewhere in that world, where would you want to end up? I'm just curious.
Because the spring was, what, over here?
Yes.
I would actually say there because it's also close to the treasure, which we know that the pirates are looking for, so
Okay,
it gives us a good thing.
So you do want to be in the spring.
I do think so,
Then,
yeah.
then that's fine. You will all appear by the spring. When you appear, you will find that your bodies have still been switched from when you were there left off. So it's as if everything was reset back to where you had left off. So Black Powder's head is on Star's body again. Frankie's head is on Black Powder's body. Star's head is on Gregor's body still. Jim's not there. So you don't know what's necessarily going on with Jim. Tori's head is on Sam's body still. Sam's head is on Jim's body. So you still have Jim's body. Veed's head is on a different body that none of you have seen before. But Black Powder, you immediately recognize that Veed is on Redcap's body.
Oh, that's too funny.
This is not my sense of fashion at all, he says, looking at, because it's a very typical, like, piratey looking outfit, and he's got two guns, like two pistols, like holstered next to him, and a pouch, and actually on his shoulder is this parrot-looking thing. Rah! Who are you all? Rah!
Oh, that's bloody hilarious.
A parrot, really?
It's Redcap's body.
Isn't that the bad guy? Veed says. He's going through Redcap's stuff now, and it's like he pulls out like a bottle of whiskey, he pulls out rum, he pulls out a map of this world, which is the same map that he had, a bunch of coins, a whole bunch of them.
Do you know how to use those guns by any chance, Veed?
He says, honestly, I've never used a gun before. That's not something that Flavor ever used.
I can take them.
Take them, and he will give them to you, and
I'll give one to Frankie.
Sure, you'll give one to Frankie.
He's looking at you like, I have a question. Where did my body go?
That's a good question.
Uh-oh.
Onyx not here.
That's a good question.
What if Redcap's head is on Frankie's body?
Or Gregor's, because Gregor doesn't have Lonix's body anymore.
Right.
That could be it too. Yikes.
I'll have to see.
Jim probably has my body.
That's what you can guess.
Oh no. What if that person dies?
Let's not think about that.
Who has the cup right now?
I guess it's on.
Bodies got swapped. So.
I
Yeah,
guess
the bodies
it's
got
on
swapped.
my body.
So it's on, the cup is on your body, yes.
Tori will pull it out and hand it to VP. I think you need this.
Yeah, let's make sure everyone has their items.
But my cards! I don't have my cards! Veed
And the
says.
grenade!
Oh,
And the grenade!
Oh, we should have kept the artifacts at home.
Well, we still have the cup, the node, and the flux capacitor. So, I mean,
So-
we're not completely empty-handed.
You had Gregor in the notebook, right?
Yes,
Who did you make him love again?
you.
Me, okay. That might help a little bit. Possibly.
Yeah, in love with old men with
Pixie
very
bodies.
pixie bodies. That was what he's in love with.
Ah, boy.
Jim must have the googly eyes then.
Mhm.
Probably,
He'll have fun with that.
if he understands them.
That's the
He's
thing.
a kid, he'll experiment with them.
Let's hope people here don't know how to use a grenade.
Oh, the grenade's a little different than the usual ones around here, but I knew how to use it, so.
Oh shit.
And Redcap would probably just see it as a normal grenade, so I don't know if he would necessarily hesitate to use it.
What first? Try and find Jim or try and find the pirates?
I think the priority is Jim. But
But he's with the pirates, right?
So I guess we gotta find where the pirates are. Just looking in the skyline, do I see like smoke from a campfire or anything?
Roll a perception roll.
Oh yeah.
nice.
Yes. I support this.
Yeah. So you actually see some campfire-ish things looking actually very close to where you all are, which is over here by these large rocks. Right over there.
Okay.
So very close.
Yeah.
Just across the pond. Are y'all ready to go?
Ready.
Ready like Freddy. Or like Frankie.
Yeah.
Alright. Is the boat we were using still here?
Yeah.
Because we had a skiff.
Yeah, it'll still be there.
Alright. All aboard, I guess.
Aye, aye.
You will take the boat over to the next shore, and make
A little ways down so we don't just come right.
yeah, a little ways down, and you can sneak your way towards where the smoke was, and yeah, you will be able to eventually find an encampment of pirates. You'll probably recognize the vast majority of them. No, I'm sorry. You will probably not recognize the vast majority of them. Black Powder. So it looks like most of these were the new crew that Redcap had recruited, and you don't see any sign of a pink hat at all. So it does not look like Redcap is amongst them at the moment. But it does seem like they're probably sitting down and having a meal of some sort, like lunch. It's probably I would say around lunchtime maybe.
Can I read any of their lips, see what they're saying?
Yeah, you can. Go roll up perception, just so I can see how far you can see.
Before we get too close, Frankie will reach out over to where Veed is and clamps the parrot's mouth, the beak.
I was gonna say, I'll use my luck because I haven't used it at all.
Yeah, go ahead and use your luck. You can use it.
I'll take that
Okay.
6.
Yeah. So basically, the group is talking about how Redcap really feels like he's getting close, and then they're like, yeah, but that's what he said last week and the week before that, and they said, well, we got to find this treasure, and the island isn't that big, eventually we'll find it, and etc., etc. So the crew, they seem to have noticed that it's taking a while to find this thing, but they do overall feel invested. We're here, it would be a waste of time for us to leave empty-handed. We want to stick around until we find this treasure. That's the gist that you're getting.
I don't see Redcap anywhere. I'm gonna be doing sign language to everyone so we can stay quiet.
So what's the plan? Bede asks.
I'd rather not go toe-to-toe with the whole crew. I don't know where Redcap is. He's the one we gotta deal with.
What is? And he's still holding the parrot's beak close. What if we let this thing go, and they'll want to find this master, and we'll chase it?
Possible, but what if it alerts them?
Yeah, because it talks, so
We
it
could
might
still-
repeat what we say.
We could tie its mouth. I don't know.
I mean, another thing is we can try and just start turning the crew already with the kind of holds up the mug.
Oh, that's true.
So that when Redcap gets back, he won't have anyone.
Turn
Ooh,
his
steal.
crew against him.
His crew is brilliant.
You'll hear a voice call out and say, so you are back. It's Jim's voice.
So do I see him? Because I can't hear him.
You don't see him at the moment, you just hear his voice.
Alright, so everyone would have to alert me about it.
He's using my invisible. He's here.
Jim?
You'll see a head pop out of the bushes, but only a head because he can't turn his head invisible. He can only turn his body invisible.
Ah, there you are.
Hi, what's the plan? He just immediately doesn't say it, doesn't go any pleasantries. It's like, what's the plan?
Trying to figure that out. Either find Redcap, who looks like might have somebody else's body now, or we can try and turn that crew against him. Just start getting people off this island.
Visually, just to describe Jim, he looks a bit different from when you last saw him. He is a lot less unkempt. He's actually grown, I wouldn't say a full beard, but normally he's clean shaven, but he's definitely like a lot rougher on the edges. His hair is longer and unkempt, as if he's been like living off the wilderness for a while, which he has. And there's just something about, he definitely looks more mature, and is a little bit more weathered, is the best way to put it. Kid looks like he's grown up a little bit more since you last saw him.
Okay, so he pulled a Jumanji on us. Got it.
Yeah, he pulled a Jumanji.
Yes.
You've been in the crew for a while, right, Jimbo?
Yes.
What's the general feel of the crew? Are they discontented with Redcap at the moment, or too focused on the treasure?
Honestly, I think they're so greed-driven that they don't want to leave this island until they find this treasure. I don't know if they necessarily feel any negative or positive feelings towards Redcap. I think they're pretty neutral, if you ask me.
Even though you said that some of them are starting to be hungry?
Greed can blind people.
I can. This is extreme even for pirates.
He looks over at Bede and he says, "Wait, you have the captain's body now?" And Bede says, yeah, and I guess I do." And Jim says, "Gregor used to have the captain's body. So where is Gregor connected to now?"
Star will raise a hand and say, "I have Gregor's body?"
Someone would be without a body.
Frankie's body.
Frankie's body.
Oh.
One of them has Frankie, one of them has Weed.
Yep.
Oh
That
gosh.
could be a problem.
Yes.
I mean, luckily I still have my psionic abilities, but still, without them, I'm pretty badass.
You're strong.
Yeah, and if they have Veed's cards, that could be a challenge.
Do they know how to use them? Doesn't that require magic?
Probably, but don't forget, if it was on your bodies, they also have your senshi balls.
That's true.
You don't
Jim,
know how to
that
use
means-
them.
Jim, that means you have mine.
Oh, right. I don't know if I want to use that right now.
Seemed a little dangerous.
Veedwell says, well, they don't even know how to activate them, so even if they knew what they did, I doubt that they would know what the words were to activate them.
Possibly. Always a risk, but I think our best goal might be trying to just turn the crew against Redcap for now.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially with Frankie and Leed's bodies gone, I don't want to risk attacking either one of those two. We saw what can happen. It's kind of Star.
Yeah.
Do you know where Redcap went, Jim?
Him and Gregor went north, I think to do a little bit more searching, but they should be back within the next hour.
Should we act now while they're on them, guys?
Yo, we just got an hour, maybe an hour to turn the tide of the crew.
Where's my senshi?
I have your senchi, and I pull it out. Do you want it back?
I might come in useful, and I'll make sure Star has his.
Star will take and say thank you and stick it in his pocket.
This, I'll give you yours, Sam.
Senshi balls.
We're all swapping our stuff. Oh, this is
Sure.
yours.
This is
your
yours,
weapon.
this is yours.
Inventory balancing.
Mhm.
Right? Exactly.
Alright.
Okay, so what happens?
You lot stay here just in case. I got these 2 things which should help me out. And I'm actually, before I go in, I'm going to flavor send you to my the
Nice.
new form, which is the Sweet Talker.
Yeah.
Also younger, so some of the crew who does recognize me will be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that the mug says world's best captain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. So we'll go ahead.
Right,
Set this up. What happens?
He's just going to walk into camp.
With the mug? Just holding the mug?
Yeah, just kind of holding it in his hands.
Oh, you're gonna go to the mug, and the crew will start turning in. At first, they'll pull out their weapons because they're not expecting something to just randomly come out, and then they're in a fighting stance. But as soon as they see you, they'll see the mug, and they said, "World's best captain."
Hello,
World's
lads.
best captain. Certainly could use world's best captain right now. Aye, that's true. The second best captain in the world hasn't had much luck finding this treasure.
Seems that way, and it also seems like he's leaving his own people to starve, by the looks of it.
Oh, well, we're very, we figured the faster we can find this treasure, the faster we can get off the island, and the faster we'd be able to get more food in our bellies.
You are aware, though, at this point you barely have enough food to even get back to civilization.
The crew looks at each other. He's got a point. Well, I mean, he is the best captain in the world. Aye, that's right, makes sense.
You'd like to say that Redcap's the second best? Trust me, he's not. He'll throw you away as soon as you're no longer useful. Do you honestly think he planned on sharing any of that treasure with you lot? Stemming you lot turned against your other captain. He's been loyal to you for 30 plus years.
Normally we would question everything you say because you're a complete stranger, but something is compelling me to believe that since you are the world's best captain, then everything you say makes perfect sense. Aye, that's right. We would never question the world's best captain.
Well, I'm not a stranger. I'm sure you've seen me posters around.
No, are you? You're the famous Black Powder! I had no idea that Black Powder was the world's best captain. Aye, we heard stories that he was a pretty darn good captain.
What did
Pretty
I feel
decent
like?
captain.
I just imagine Jim rolling his eyes
Yeah,
so
he's just
hard.
like, oh my god. Like, he's just like, what the heck? Yeah, he very much is like, let's just get this over with quickly.
Now listen here, lads. If you stay here even another day, you won't make it back to civilization alive. You know where the atoll is. You got here. But no one else had before, at least no one who survived, right?
Oi, but what about the treasure? Yeah, if we just leave...
It's not going anywhere.
Oh, that's true.
Go restock. Get them prisoners that were taken, get them back home safely. Let people know that you keep your prisoners safe for future ransoms.
You don't want us mistreating the prisoners?
Of course not. Mistreating the prisoners means that the Navy will care less about just shooting you down.
You really are the best captain in the world.
What happens when you've been doing it for 30 plus years? That Redcap fella? Never trust him again. He is worse than the barnacles beneath the hull of a boat.
It'll be at this point that you'll hear another call cry out, "What is the meaning of this?" And you'll see a red hat, a pink hat appear as Redcap comes in with Gregor right behind him. Gregor, his body looks a lot skinnier than normal. He has Veed's body. But Redcap has a very buff and muscular Frankie's body on him right now. And Redcap is saying, "So, I figured that I had not seen the last of you, Black Powder," Redcap says. "Men, seize him!" And Nobody moves. None of the men seize him. I said, seize him!
You really should have prayed to your gods that was the last time you saw me.
What's the matter, men? After all I've done for you, you're going to side with him other than me? Well, Mr. Redcap, he is the best captain in the world. He is the best captain in the world. Says who? Nobody is the... And then he looks over at you and he sees the mug. Oh, right. You are the best captain in the world.
And you're a bloody idiot.
I'm just a bloody idiot compared to the best captain in the world.
Bloody idiot compared to everyone.
I'm just a bloody idiot. And Gregor is like, say, what is going on with this man? And I mean, he's gonna look towards you, Redcap, or towards Black Powder.
Here's the question: would the note still work? Because I'm younger again. I'm not longer an old man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's true. It probably wouldn't work because you're no longer an old. At the moment, no. So he kind of looks at you, and he does look at the mug, and I think Gregor acknowledges the mug, but he doesn't act the way that the rest of the pirates are because Gregor's a little smarter than everybody else. A little smarter than everyone else in this crew. Plus Redcap, if I was really being honest. And yeah, Redcap in Frankie's body is just kind of looks very like ridiculously pitiful, and he's sort of just having a tantrum right now, like a little 5-year-old kid having a tantrum. And no, I'm the best captain in the world. I'm the best captain, even though in his mind he knows it's not true. But he's just like so frustrated now. I'm the best captain.
Lads, get the boat ready for takeoff. Once you're on that boat, you should all swap back to whatever original bodies you had. Go back to shore, restock yourselves, and come back for the treasure at a later date. With hopefully someone a wee bit smarter to lead you. And he actually kind of looks at Gregor. Like, maybe someone who's actually intelligent should lead this crew.
Gregor looks at you a little puzzled by what you just said, but he's not going to respond, and the rest of the crew looks at, well, Gregor is pretty smart. He is pretty darn smart. I know Redcap was asking him for advice all the time. All the time, yes. And yeah, the crew's going to do everything you say, because you are the best captain in the world.
And he's going to just look at Redcap. It should be about 4 months before the crew returns here. Give you plenty of time to think.
If you're the best captain in the world, you should know where the treasure is then.
I do.
Tell me! He grabs a hold of you. Tell me, please, where is the treasure?
No.
Please, why not? Please,
Because
I'll do anything.
You were willing to sacrifice the health and safety of your own crew. I may have been a pirate, and I was a pretty damn good pirate. I would never sacrifice their health and safety for this. Ever. As a captain, you have a responsibility to the people under your command, and you failed at that. You've always failed at that. So you're gonna stay here and hope that the beasts on this island are merciful.
I'm just a focused, ambitious person.
No.
You're gonna make me stay here for that?
You're a narcissist. And I'm actually gonna pry his hands off me.
Yeah, you can pry his hands. And he's just going to say, no, I can't be marooned again, no.
Yeah,
no.
You can. You broke the code. Loyalty to your crew above all else. You can't follow the code. You don't step foot on a ship. That's the pirate way.
And he just sort of clenches his fists and he says, if I have to stay here in this godforsaken island, then I'm bringing you with me. And he has the grenade and he throws it down at your feet. And he's about to roll the 1d10.
Better roll that d10.
We'll see what that 1d10. We'll see what the 1d10.
Are we gonna get the snakes?
'Cause he's expecting an actual like grenade explosion.
Yeah.
So this is going to be very difficult.
Let's just hope he doesn't roll fireball. That would suck.
Yes.
All right.
God, that
Or
would be the
snakes and
grenade.
confetti. But hey, confetti.
What else do we have?
A 3. It's 3.
3 bears in a hat.
Yes. So he throws it down. The ball drops, and it for a moment nothing happens, and he's sort of like, well, that's not what I expected. And then out pops out 3 bears, brown bears with top hats, and the brown bears are just like looking around, looking very confused.
Oh, good, you made yourself some friends. I'll just pick up the grenade.
You pick up the grenade, and the bears look right at Redcap, and they're gonna like charge at him. And Redcap is gonna go and he's just gonna run into the woods as the 3 bears with top hats follow him into the woods.
Now we gotta make the rest of this quick so that the bears don't maul Frankie's body.
Yeah, it's my body.
I'm gonna look at Gregor. Think you know how to follow a code, kid?
Oh, I know how to follow a code.
Better than last time, I hope.
If I were you, I would not show your face here again anytime soon. I can't promise you the next time that we meet that I'll be this friendly.
Same
I want to
goes you, my
step out
friend.
of the bushes at that point.
You're gonna step out. Okay. Go
And
ahead.
since I don't have my Tommy guns, I'm going to assume they're 2 like blunderbusses
Okay.
for the pirates
Yeah.
environment. And I'm just going to say, you, sir, are the stinker. You betrayed Reginald last time. You betrayed the previous captain to help Reginald last time. I don't like anything about you. So I'm going to give you just 10 seconds to get your salty-legged, flea-bitten carcass out from this camp. 1, 2, 10, and I'm just gonna fire like at his feet.
At his feet. All right.
Bede's feet.
At Veed's feet. Veed is gonna say, okay. He's gonna, you'll start firing his feet. Gregor will, be very taken aback by that, and it's gonna be one of those like, now dance. his feet's gonna like stand up to like dodge all the bullets, which he will be able to, because Veed himself is pretty dexterous. Meanwhile, all these cards are flying out of his pockets while he's dancing. And he's like, no, that's limited edition. No, don't get it wet, Veed says. Yeah, when you're done, I'm assuming you're going to stop firing eventually. And Gregor will say, all right, I'm going. And he's going to take one last glance at Black Powder. And then the last thing he will say is, the kid will make it home. I'll at least tell you that.
Make sure all the prisoners do. I'll hear about it if they don't. And trust me, I'm still the worst thing you could ever face in this world.
He sort of like does, a little thing with his thumb, and then he will leave. Jim will like look up at Sam with a very surprised look on his face, and he says, "Wow, looks like you did some growing up too."
Yeah, sometimes you've got to just roll with the punches and go with your gut.
Bede's collecting all the cards that fell on the ground. Can't lose these.
Frankie's helping him. He knows the pain.
Dusting the sand off.
Frankie, while you're helping them, there will be a few creatures that emerge from the forest. The koala elephant, the frogodile, and the giraffe snapping turtle that you befriended last time. And they will arrive too and start helping to collect the cards. And this is why I said Frankie makes friends all over the place. And once they're done, this menagerie of little tiny, not tiny, not all of them are tiny. The Froggodile, Koala Elephant, and the Giraffe Snapping Turtle will just, like, nuzzle you.
Aww. I let them climb on me.
Yeah. You're basically the crocodile hunter style. You've got all these animals on you.
Crikey!
Right
Oh boy. I'm gonna drop my flavor senshi and look at Jim. Got all the coin you need to help your mom?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Just trying to clean up my mess.
Am I gonna see you again after this?
I don't know. Would you want to?
I don't know.
We have a way to keep in touch. So if you ever do need a dumb old scallywag to help you out.
I think that dumb old scallywag already taught me how to help myself.
Star might come back to help you with your mom later. Not sure. You seem pretty intent.
Star will nod and say, yes, I will.
I don't think I'm ever gonna be okay with what you did.
Don't expect you to.
But thank you.
For what it's worth, Jim, of all the lies I did tell you, what I told you about your father being proud of you was true.
He'll nod. I have to go help me, Mom.
Alright. Don't let those pirates push you around.
Jim will turn towards Sam, and he'll say, "You tell Lonick I said hey. And if he ever wants to come visit, it would be good to see him."
Yeah, some point, maybe we'll be able to get you to visit him and have a little bit of fun in his world, too. There are some aspects that can really be entertaining, even for a short escape.
Fun? Entertaining? I don't know if we can afford fun entertaining right now.
Well, maybe not right now, but I've found that sometimes if you let go and have some fun and enjoy some entertainment, it makes other aspects of your life a little bit easier to deal with because you're a little more refreshed and can approach things with a clear mind and a little bit lighter soul.
I'll think about it. If nobody else has anything to say to Jim, he's gonna go leave and get onto the ship. Well, that was quick, Veed says.
That's what we were hoping for.
It helps having the best captain in the world, so.
That's true.
Honestly, Reggie, I don't even think you needed that mug.
And maybe not, but it made it less... I'm tired.
How do we get our bodies back, Bede?
Yeah.
Well, you remember when we left last time, our bodies went back to normal?
That means I get my cards back.
Mm-hmm. So they'll just swap back with...
All right, well, I'm ready to go whenever you all are.
Tally ho!
Pretty glad you didn't accidentally shoot Veed's foot, though, Sam. Everything else was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam, you weren't actually aiming at my feet, were you? You were missing on purpose, right?
Yeah. I may not be the best pirate in the world, but I'm a damn good shot.
Good to know.
You guys, can I keep these?
No.
Wait, can Star talk to these animals?
You can if you like.
Okay, so hold on. Let me see. What's...
The parrot, by the way, will have flown away from Jim and probably flying after his master, who is being chased by the bears. So the parrot's gone.
Right. Darn it. Okay. I don't know. Did it pop up?
Yeah, it passed.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah, you want to say anything to them? Or do you want to hear what they're saying?
Hear what they say and then ask them a question.
They're probably saying, "Daddy, Daddy." He's collecting all the children. He's adopting so many things right now.
Right.
Yeah. Me hungry.
Oh, Frankie, your new children are hungry. Perhaps you have some bananas?
Maybe. I just got to be sure I peel it from the right side.
Exactly. And Star will go for
Maybe
it.
I'll find some snacks in Black Powder's outfit. There's some sweets in there somewhere that he doesn't tell anyone about.
Maybe.
It's like, a Snickers bar.
He probably
Sure.
holds like hardtack in his pockets.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you'll feed your pets or your children, whatever you want to refer to them as. I didn't know if Star wanted to talk to them specifically about anything.
Yeah. Star, what was I gonna actually ask them? Star was gonna say, question for you, friends. Hi, I'm Star. Do you guys want to come back with us? And do you have any insightful information about the island?
The koala says, Oh, like what? What do you want to know about the island?
Oh, any dangers we might face on our way back to the boat?
There's many dangerous things on the island. Oh yeah, a lot of things can attack you and eat you.
Also, why does the whole body thing happen?
It's part of the curse of the island. Yeah, it's always been that way, as far as we know.
And Star's relaying all this information.
I
Go
was
for it.
going to say, while we're here, there is that pond that breaks curses. And he looks at feed. It's up to you.
Oh, you're talking about my curse.
Or you called it a curse, but in the end, it's up to you.
But V doesn't have the body either.
True.
So
True. It doesn't have my body, but my head is here, and I could taste again. That would be great, actually. Perfect. He's going to go over to the spring, and he's just gonna take like a handful of water, and he's just gonna give it a slurp, and then suddenly there'll be a little bit of a sparkle in his eyes, and he says, I taste something. And then he starts another slurp. Wait. Give me that Snickers bar, Frankie, he says. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Oh, I miss this so much. I can taste again.
Yes.
And the best part is I don't have to give up my Veed part, my Veed side.
Right?
Good call on the no bodies thing. Good call.
Hey, Star,
Monday? I mean, yes. I'm sorry, Tori, yes.
can we do one last prank before we leave?
Star's eyes light up with delight. Yes.
And maybe we can pull in Jim. He's going to be really bored on that trip back. He needs something to do.
I like where your head is at. So what do you have in mind? And Star will take a little vial and scoop up some water.
I see that, Alex.
Swoosh. I didn't see what
Alex
else.
does not have a poker face. He does.
No.
When he's, I see where your head is at. That's
Exactly.
Alex. I see where your head is at.
Oh gosh. Pranks. I don't know. We could tie their shoes together. We could, BP, what kind of stuff is on the ship that we could mess with that won't hurt them? Just a little fun.
Are you looking for just annoying or scary?
Why not
Both.
both?
Keep extinguishing all the oil lanterns.
Brilliant.
Trust me, it'll drive them bloody insane.
So I think,
Loosen some hammocks. So when they lay down, they just go. I used to do that when I was a cabin boy. It was funny.
So yeah, with Star, I think we go try to find Jim to do these
Yeah.
pranks together.
Yeah, why don't we role play this?
Okay.
You're gonna find Jim, and he's basically he's prepping the ship, so he's working with rope. And you've seen Jim work with rope before, but at this point he's like a pro at it now. Like he knows exactly what he's doing, even with the ghost like body that he has. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's very focused, very laser focused right now when you approach him. And his expression is very serious at the moment. So how do you approach him and talk to him about this?
Do you, Miss Barnes? Okay.
I'll just, I guess, mosey on up next to him. Like, hey, Jim.
Duh.
Sorry.
Snuck up on me. What? I thought you all were leaving.
We are, but you have been working so hard on the ship, and you've had to grow up really fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to.
I think on this trip back, you could use a little fun, feel like a kid again.
Think about it.
Would be nice. But, I don't know. Fun can sometimes be distracting.
Or fun can just be fun.
What do you have in mind exactly?
Just a few things here and there. Loosen the hammocks a little, tie some shoelaces together, extinguish the oil things.
Star and Tori roll persuasion, I guess?
Okay.
Yeah. I would give you a -2 penalty for this because
Okay.
Jim's hardened a little bit since
Technically,
I'm
Star,
right on the dot.
I
Star
could use-
technically his voice.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Where
Tori
is-
passes, even with the penalty.
Yeah, even
Okay.
with the penalty you pass. Go ahead, Star.
I got a 7.
Oh, that's
Nice. Yes.
The seriousness in Jim's face finally breaks, and he says, "Actually, that does sound like fun. Let's do it."
Yes.
Let's go.
And so there'll be a montage. I'll let you do a little montage of like what happens when you're just going around pranking the crew. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess there's probably a bit of a scene where where all the shoes maybe are laid out when they're sleeping, and we all start like tying the shoes together.
Yeah. And then they'll wake up and then they like fall over. Yes.
Mhm. And then when they wake up to go get their shoes and stuff, that's when we loosen the hammocks. And then Star, feel free to jump in.
Oh yeah, Star will put like a water bucket on one of the doors, so when the door opens, the water falls on their head. The oil lamps will go out. Star will throw his voice like he's a spirit on the ship. He'll be like, "Ooh, yes, yes!" And you just see Tori's head walking by, but no body. Or no, because she has Sam's body, so it's just a body with no head walking by.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And several of the crew are gonna run up to Gregor and say, Sir, there's a poltergeist on the ship. The ship is haunted." And Gregor's gonna say, "Don't be silly, the ship ain't haunted." And he says, "What's been happening?" And he says, "The shoelaces, someone's been tying the shoelaces and loosening the hammocks, and the lamps, they keep going dark." And I think Gregor is going to like rub his chin and say, "Really now? Well," he says, "tell you what, the faster we can get this ship off of this island, the faster we can get home and away from the poltergeists." "Right, sir, right." And so, yeah, they'll just continue, their merry little way while you all are finishing up your pranks.
While they're pranking, Black Powder's just gonna go over by Sam and just lean against a tree or something. So I had one of my really dark thoughts again.
Like,
Kind of hoping that Redcap finds this pool and cures his color blindness just before he dies.
I don't know. Then it just seems like
I
at some point he could be taken a little more seriously. I kind of like the thought of him thinking he's got a handle on things when really he doesn't. But who knows? Maybe he'll have to change his name to whatever cap I have, pirate.
You don't understand how nicknames work, do you? By the way, been holding on to this since your world, and I give Sam his wanted poster. More in common than we thought.
In many ways, I tend to agree.
Do you think he'll actually survive the bears?
I think so. I think they're more looking for scritches than anything else. With top hats like that, I think they're a little more sophisticated than just average wild bears.
Although he'll probably annoy them into mauling him anyways.
I think they're probably going to be like circus bears.
Maybe. I don't know. I've seen circus bears really destroy people. Not that I blame them. This was good.
Oh, one last thing. When Star is leaving the boat, Star will be like, yo, Jim, I know I said I would help your mom. I'm going to be gone for a while, but see if that helps. And he'll hand it to him. And if it doesn't, I'll still be back anyway to check on you.
What is it?
Well, while we were on one of our adventures, a good witch gave me something that helped with my hand issue.
A good witch?
Yeah, they exist.
I've never heard of a good witch.
Well, this one was good. She was quite good at spelling.
Maybe a witch doctor?
Sure, witch doctor.
Witch doctors are more neutral.
Well, I'm glad you say that, because in this vial, it worked on my hands, but only for 24 hours. And there's only one drop left. So maybe you can take it to a witch doctor and they can replicate the spell?
Yeah, I guess I could try. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. And Star will say, even if it doesn't cure her fully, I will be back to check on you and your mom.
One can only hope, he says. The kid, you can feel like the kid has run out of a lot of hope recently.
Gotcha.
Just FYI.
Star will smile at him and say, sometime hope is all we have. And I'm going to roll my empathic ability, and I succeed.
You're good.
Yes. Star's eyes will go green and say, from me to you. And he'll touch his hand and kind of give that hope some love. Love. I meant to say jazz. The wrong word came out. I am so sorry.
I'm sorry, let's talk about that horse.
Listen.
That's a sensor nug right there.
Sensor nug,
That's a
please.
sensor nug right there.
Oh my
I'm so
God,
glad we don't
man.
stream and we know how to edit.
And then jazz.
I'm
Jazz.
sorry.
Some jazz.
That right there is our children of the campaign.
That is illegal.
Wow.
You know what?
Sending that to Brandon.
Yeah, I'm told to Brandon.
Sending that to
I'm so
Brandon uncut. Send it to Brandon. Like, look what you did, Brandon. Look
This
what you
is
did.
this is Athenaeum After Dark.
I know. It's like you did what to Jim? You did what? You gave him what? Wow.
Give that hope
Wow.
some jazz, some pizzazz.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You gave him what in a bottle?
Right?
Like, what?
It was a genie in a bottle, honey. There it is.
Genie in a bottle.
Sure was.
Right.
Some jazz.
Genie coming out of the bottle.
Man.
Be the judge. Oh my God. I hope y'all enjoyed that, because Lord have
We
mercy.
love it. It's hilarious.
Now I won't be able to keep a straight face when I write in the epilogue that Sam comes back and, passes some jazz to the chromatics.
I mean-
like that, won't be able to keep a straight
It was
face.
hilarious. Emily's face was hilarious too,
Yes,
because
it
she
was.
lost it immediately.
Right?
That's what broke me.
See, Emily.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
I know what this episode is going to be titled.
Oh my god!
It's going to be called Spread Some Jazz.
Yeah, spread some jazz. Lord have mercy. Oh.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god. Okay. So that's fine. You make that exchange. And you can see that Jim has gotten a new renewal of hope in his face, of a renewal of hope, and his I want to say like hardened features expression softens a good bit when you do that, and you start to see a little bit more of the young childlike kid that you knew from before, a little bit more, at least in his eyes. And he says, "Thank you. I really needed that."
Star will say, "You're absolutely welcome, my friend. Safe travels."
Same to you. Same to you. And he'll give you a firm handshake.
Star will shake his hand right back.
Thanks for the fun.
You're welcome. And he'll look at Tori. It's kind of our thing.
Yeah.
I can't say that that I'll miss this body. No offense. I mean, it's useful and all, but I definitely am ready to get back to normal.
I don't blame you there.
And with that, he will go back and finish up. The boat will all be ready to go. They will set sail. And you can all watch as they make their way out into the fog and disappear from view. So, you all will now use the bookmark and travel back to the library again. What do you all want to do?
So, I was going to say, because we talked about this a little bit outside of character, Frankie, because we're going into fighting in your world, I think you might be able to give some lessons on how to use your technology for combat.
Yes, I can completely do that. It's a little difficult to do without it I have some stuff here, but the rest of the training will probably have to happen when we're there, because we need to understand the situation first. But yes, I can definitely give you some pointers. Using these weapons is a little bit more complicated than just a Tommy gun. You have to make sure that you power up. Actually, I don't know if we would have a gun with. Frankie doesn't really carry guns. So he's like trying to talk you through this. But it's not really that. You're not really getting it.
Is it like the guns in Lonix World?
Oh, yes, like that, but different. The same, but different.
I think I got this. She
I need
seems
some-
pretty confident.
Lessons when we get there, then.
Yeah, I think the training will have to happen there, because there you'll have everything and we'll know exactly what we're supposed to do. But certainly I can teach you some of the techniques in fighting in my world. It's a little bit different. And we can certainly go through that. I leverage my psionic abilities a lot when I fight. When you're in combat, you can do the same, right? When you are fighting in melee, Star, you can do your burst as well, coming out when you punch or kick someone. You channel your power through that, and it adds extra damage to your punch, just in case. It's those kinds of things.
Star will be like, "You are a genius." Question though, could there be something I could use to amplify my voice? Like a collar or a necklace that can give my voice a little bit more range?
Oh, of course, there are all kinds of amplification devices in my world. Whether they amplify your senses, they will amplify your ability to run or jump or your strength. Certainly I have seen those. We don't normally use them. It's mostly used when like someone is giving a presentation or a speech to the group, then they'll wear this collar to amplify their voice so that everybody can hear.
I think it may come in handy in future combat.
There you go. He puts his little pets down.
I love those things so much.
After the word, Frankie's gonna open a zoo.
Isn't it nice to have friends, Frankie?
Oh yeah, these will come in handy once they when they meet Coco and Snowball. It's just two bunnies that I have back in the camp, if you remember them, but they're there still.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna name these?
Maybe, I don't know what. I mean, the turrets, I think I'm thinking of naming them too, but I don't know what either.
We'll think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. There are 7 of them.
Sleepy, dopey, bashful Doc.
Pretty much, that's where I was going.
That's perfect.
You can draw them to look like one of them is sneezing, and one of them
Yeah.
is like happy, and one of them is grumpy.
Exactly. They're all getting the Snow White. And then the 3 little pets are going to be, I'm trying to think, what would be a good name?
Harry, Ron, and Hermione. I don't know. Like, what trio? There's a lot of trios.
There's a lot of trios.
Mm-hmm.
Or it would probably be fitting if it was
Oh.
like Jacob, Edward, and Bella. Like,
Yeah.
it would probably be fitting.
I want to go with the 3 ninjas. So I'm going
Oh,
to give
yeah.
them Cold, Rocky, and Tum
Rocky
Tum.
and Tum Tum. Yes, yes. Throwback.
Amazing.
Nice. Throwback. That's awesome.
So
They've
before
had-
we jump, I want to get Frankie aside a little bit, and
You gonna give him some jazz?
Yeah, give him a little bit of jazz.
Just like a
Dad.
star did.
so
Whoa.
Frankie, I know it's been a long time since you've been back. I know I've been worried about getting back, but I think one of the biggest things, because it's been so long, is making a good first impression that you're excited and happy to be back. And one of the best things you can do about that is really putting on a good show. Been through a lot of changes, and I've always looked at you as someone who's very upfront and capable, even more so than some of the others. And I know you've had struggles, but I'm just really proud of what you've done. So making a good impression to Victor, I know you'll be able to handle yourself really well, but you want to do it and look good at the same time. So out of my pocket, I'm going to pull a black and white tie that I used on stage in Stars World in the performance, and it's a very fancy tie. I'll put it around your neck and tie a nice big bow, or not bow, but a nice big knot in it. Get it all arranged and everything. And generally it's with a collar, but I think it's just fitting to have a little bit of dress up before you get back, so you can show that not only are you back, but you're back with purpose. Give you a pat on the shoulder, and then go grab everybody else up and say, all right, Black Powder and Veed, why don't you guys make some fancy muffins, and then let's get this show on the road.
Frankie looks at his tie and like he reaches out to you and like hugs you.
Oh, I'm back.
Thank you, Sam. all feeling proud about this time now.
Yeah, Veed and I think between Veed and Black Powder, they'll be able to make some blueberry muffins. Some very, simple but tasty blueberry muffins. Energy packed. We've got protein packed. And they're very tasty and will probably help with the training that I'm assuming you're about to do once you go into his world. So, if nothing else is happening, you will one more time activate the bookmark to jump into the final world before the campaign closes. And you will return back to where it all started, as in the first world you jumped after coming into the library and meeting everybody for the very first time. You will be back in Frankie's world at the base, where all the resistance people are. You will appear right in front of the training grounds, where you definitely have seen that the number of people at this base has grown quite a bit since you were last there, and there are far more people who are training with whatever final showdown. It feels like a final showdown is coming. What do you all do? You all have transformed into your young selves. So Sam and Black Powder are both young, and I think everybody else remains the same, if I remember correctly.
Frankie has his turrets in his backpack, and Colt, Rocky, and Tum Tum are
nice.
flying around him.
Yeah, they are.
So he's coming in very different than how he left. His appearance is very different, right? He is no longer scarred. He is growing out his hair, and just a vastly different. He's carrying a very different energy coming into this world. But he starts to scan the entire place, looking for people he recognizes as he notices influx of brand new people.
Yeah, you'll still see people that you recognize, but